This is just audio video tests. Guessing this is working. I hope it is. I've been trying to set something like this up for a long time, so uh, yeah, you can probably see on my YouTube channel. I used to do something like this a long time ago. It was a lot more rudimentary. I didn't have proper lighting. I didn't have any equipment. I still don't have proper lighting or equipment. But yeah, I'm in the middle of doing a lot of things. I'm building a website and uh, currently uploading all my old sketchbooks. I have a newer one right here. This is only a few pages deep, and I don't know. I've been wanting to start live streaming my art for the longest time now, and I finally have the means to do it. So I'm just going to do it. So this is just the audio video test. Hopefully this is picking up. Hopefully the microphone's picking up my voice well. And yeah, let's just do it. Let's just see if this is gonna work out. So what I wanted to do, I know you guys see I'm going through some old Andrew Loomis books that I have, and instead of just reading them, I'm actually gonna do some participation and actually go through and start drawing it one by one, just basically visually recreating the book on my own, and hopefully I get a better understanding of anatomy and things like that. I mean, never stop practicing, right? But what I want to do today is I have this 3x3 box right here. I'm just gonna draw a portrait. Like I said, this is just a test. I'm trying something out where I'm trying to, do juggle a few things right now, and yeah, let's just do it. I'm gonna start a portrait. It's gonna be, I'm guessing this is gonna be like a girl. I don't know how this is gonna work out or anything, but I'm just gonna try to draw this profile picture of a girl, and I'm probably gonna spend about 90 minutes on this, and we'll see. Uh, just gotta do the damn thing. So, like I said, this is a test. This isn't anything like super official. This is just me seeing if I could actually do what it is that I set myself out to do. And this is either gonna make or break me. Alright. So let's go. Yeah, what I'm hoping to do with these live streams is, just uh, kind of show my artistic process. Obviously, get better. And if I'm lucky, maybe one day I can actually like get these videos and upload them onto YouTube, maybe a little bit more edited, because obviously I'm kind of just doing this live, and it's new to me. I don't really know how this is gonna go, how this is gonna work, if I'm gonna get what I want out of it. So maybe it'd be better if I just did like voiceover type stuff. Maybe that's be the choice thing to do. I have a tendency to get super quiet, super focus on while I'm drawing, just because it's always I don't know, focusing on the drawing rather than the actual content of saying stuff. Really, I don't have much to say other than, you know, this obviously being the test, being the first video that I make of what I'm hoping to get out of this is, just a whole lot of practice, share my process, and, maybe people will find this entertaining enough or learn enough. As artists, there's a lot of avenues that this type of lifestyle, if you choose to be an artist, can take you. And just like anything else, there's people who look at it one way and people who look at it another way. And pretty recently, I've kind of come to the conclusion that I feel like teaching, not necessarily like officially teaching, like as a teacher or anything like that. Don't get me wrong. I'm not a teacher. I've trained people and I've taught people things for sure, but I'm not like a teacher in any official capacity. But everyone has something that they can teach. Everybody knows something, and hopefully they know something well enough to be able to teach it. I've been drawing for, I mean, I'm 32 now, and I've always wanted to be an artist since I was like 7. So that's a solid quarter century of time spent uh, with art, visual art as the focus. And I was never nothing else ever really caught my attention. I've done a million things for sure. You know, I don't really know the streaming rules uh, as far as Twitch goes. Does anybody ever read that stuff? Maybe I, maybe I ought to. But I don't know the rules when it comes to like, music and copyrights and infringements. Like I don't know the limits to it all. Like obviously, I'd love to be able to just play music, so that way you guys had something to listen to while I did this. That wasn't just me rambling uh, out into the ether. You know. you know, and that's where the whole video editing and uploading onto YouTube, like a more edited version with probably either cuts or just voiceover, so I can explain what I'm doing here. Um, Obviously, I said I was just drawing a portrait. This isn't any commission work. This isn't anything. Um, you know, I was given a book of faces. These people who modeled to a bunch of different emotions, a bunch of different angles, a bunch of different, you know, just facial whatever. So artists had like a reference either for the anatomy or the lighting. You know, it's just a perfect reference for artists. And it was a book that I've always been meaning to get to. Of course, I've already read it, but I never utilized the book in the manner or in a way that I wanted to. So this is just me doing that. I'm doing a whole bunch. um, I also plan on like not just live streaming these things and just editing videos. Like that's kind of more like upscale to what I'm trying to do. I mean, the main thing that I want to do right now is promote myself on the social medias and things like that. Twitch obviously being one of them, so I can live stream like I used to on YouTube. Uh, I mean, this is back in 2014, so that's what 7 years ago. Uh, 7 years ago, I used to do these. All right, that's time limit number one. Let me do this. Yeah, I also got a Afro Samurai playing in the background. I hope that's not getting picked up. The audio is getting picked up for that, hopefully, just because, again, I don't know the rules. I've had, you know, back when I was streaming 7 years ago on YouTube and uploading those videos, I was, you know, I had like Pandora or iTunes playing in the background, and they, needless to say, were just like, hey, you can't be doing that, bruh. Like, like quit that shit. So so they would mute my videos. You can go back and look at those. They're still up there. And you know, me being the bumpkin that I am, I didn't know anything about like how to fix it, if I could fix it, go back and edit the video. Like I was, you know, everything was just as raw as what I'm doing here. And some of you might be wondering like, "Oh, why'd you just take a picture?" Um the way that I'm kind of entering this new part of my life where I'm trying to illustrate for a living. I've always illustrated and I've been paid to illustrate, but I've never been able to earn a living off of it. I mean, a lot of my life I've been so desperate just to make money, just to make some immediate cash. Let me see if this thing's still recording. Are we still recording? Should I? Should I? Man, I have that way up in the corner, huh? All right. Sorry about that. I'm gonna work on it. This camera angle that I got, it was to be able to fit, you know, a decent size here. So I got like a, what is this, an 11 by 14 page, and so this is like 22 by 14 right now, and that's what I wanted to do. Obviously, right now I'm working up in the corner, so I guess layout wise for the video, it's not too good. Again, I'm gonna figure this out. I'm gonna get better at it. Um, so yeah, there's gonna be a bunch of there's gonna be a whole learning curve with all of this. What was I just talking about though? Um, audio, uploading old stuff onto YouTube, getting yeah. So I have like I just put Afro Samurai movie Resurrection on the background just so I had something for myself, but I had the volume on super low. I think I have it on like volume 1 or 2. So that way it's not getting picked up. Last thing I need is for Twitch to be like, hey you can't do that. And then, oh, we're talking about illustrating for a living. So I'm basically what these series of videos is just to show like, hey man, I'm an artist. I do this for real. Like, it's amazing how much people know I'm an artist in my life. Like they like, oh yeah, Andrew, that's the artist dude. Like he draws pictures. But then when people need pictures done, like I don't come to mind for them. And it's like, okay, like clearly there's a disconnect happening where like people know I'm an artist, but then they're not thinking of me when they need some art or they want some art, or there's like some sort of misunderstanding as to what type of art I do. So maybe that's why they don't think of it. I mean, everything from friends to family. Uh, Little background on me is, I've been drawing and illustrating my entire life, but when I was in elementary school, I was watching cartoons just like everybody else. And I remember when I used to watch Gargoyles, and this, in what, mid 90s, watching like Gargoyles and Batman, the animated series and stuff. Um, Watching the Gargoyles opening animation one day while they're, playing the theme song and all that. And it just hit me. I was already drawing at that point and drawing with the purpose of, like, hey, I'm an artist. I'm good at this. Like I actually got something to do. And then it just hit me like, oh wait, cartoons aren't anything but like drawings that move. Like how are these people making the drawing move? And then that's when I learned what animation was. Like obviously I'd already been watching Disney movies and cartoons and things like that, but it never really occurred to me just what was happening. Um, Let me see, how's the video going? I mean, I guess this isn't too terrible. Like you could still kind of see, and then I'm like working on stuff. You can still kind of see. All right. Um, so I always wanted to be an animator. Once I learned what animation was, and that's what Disney was doing, and this is back when it was still all 2D, Little Mermaid, Lion King, uh, all that, Beauty and the Beast, all that good stuff. And oh man, there we go. Um, so I set out. I was always drawing stuff, drawing cartoons, drawing little animated characters, Looney Tunes, and all that other stuff for friends of mine. And then, uh, I got interested in any and all types of art, but animation was always the thing in mind. Animation was always like the end all be all for me. To work on cartoons, that would be awesome just because, even as a kid, I was, like I said, I was drawing them and I learned, like, oh, these are just moving drawings. Like, my goal became to do that, to do these moving drawings. And, so after I graduated high school, I entered the Art Institute of Fort Lauderdale, got my bachelor's degree in animation. I have a demo reel. You can find that on YouTube. Um, Learned a little bit of 3D, but I was always interested in 2D. And for, you know, unfortunate people like me who are into 2D, everything, I got my bachelor's. Oh, here we go. I got my bachelor's in 2010, and back in 2010, man, everybody was just trying to get into 3D. I guess everyone still is. But that was definitely the wave, because this is enough after the original, you know, Toy Story and Pixar had already like taken off and blown up, and it became standard for just anyone and everyone who wanted to be an animator to want to do 3D. I know so many of the the people that I went to college with, and we all graduated together. We all, I know, a lot of them wanted to get into 3D. Their goals were always 3D, and I was like, well, I'm not worried about it. My goal's 2D, and obviously there's just no availability. I shouldn't say no availability. There certainly was, but obviously 2D was something that was left for either, at least the job opportunities and things like that were always meant for people with the experience, people who can teach, or people who were already in the industry and either just branching out. Um, you know, from 2D and getting into this whole 3D thing, because it was just, by 2010, obviously, it wasn't new anymore, but it was certainly, that's where all the momentum was. So, 21-year-old me, 2010, no experience, no connections, no, my demo reel. Like I said, you can watch it, it's on YouTube. I just, maybe I'll talk about it later. It just wasn't all that impressive or great. Um, Obviously at the time I thought the world of it. I know that there was like some nuggets of really good stuff in there, but not at all what not at all anything that was gonna get me to California. I had gotten the education and signed up for Art Institute of Fort Lauderdale they got me early. That they had like recruiters go to uh, my school in high school or something, and they I guess they sent out feelers there where I signed a paper so that way they had my information. And then by the time it came to me like graduating and stuff like that, they were like, "Hey, you want to come to college here?" Da 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 da. And one of the things that like really sold the idea of me, like, yeah, 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 I want to go to that college. I want to get that education. I want to do that was I remember it clear as day, specifically this sheet of paper that they had, that they like, I guess maybe mailed to me, or maybe I got it in that school meeting, when they visited my high school, when they sent like recruiters out. They had like this 96% uh, chance. They're like, oh, people who go to school here and graduate from here, they have a 96% chance of getting into the industry that they study. Like, we're one of the best schools ever. And that was a school that gave me the confidence of, like, you know what, I'm gonna go to that school. I'm gonna bust my ass. I'm gonna you know I'm gonna do everything that I need to do for this. And 96% chance, can't can't beat that. So it was a no-brainer at the time. So by the time I'm graduating 2010, I'm like, Psh, where's my job? Where's my job? I busted my ass. I struggled. I got the degree. I did everything I needed to do. Like, I was just like, where's so naive. Um, so needless to say, I'm 21 years old, broke. I'm up to my neck in student loan debt. That age old story, the same story everybody else has. Um, and I need a job. I have no connections in California. I can't, you know, don't have the money to just pack up and leave. Even if I did go there, it was like I never been to Cali. I wouldn't know what to do or who to stay with or anything like that. So I ended up getting a graphic design job, screen printing in doing screen printing for T-shirts, umbrellas, hats. It was also an embroidery place, but I didn't deal with the embroidery. Either way, I learned screen printing, and I was lucky to get that job. So that whole idea of 96% just went down. Like I said, I'm building a website right now, so I'm going through all my old sketchbooks and a whole bunch of old work and things that I've forgotten about, and you know, going through it, I'm looking through my old work like a diary basically, and it's like, oh geez, I could remember what I was thinking about back then and all everything that just a lot more optimistic about everything back then. Like, oh, it's gonna be all right. You work hard, you get what you want. It was that whole, it was all that stuff, and this graphic design gig, uh, it's temporary. It's art. At least it's art. Um, you know, you have a lot of experience illustrating, so you'll be able to illustrate some stuff. You'll build a portfolio. You'll work on this, and you'll keep applying to these animation gigs, all these animation jobs, and you know, it just never panned out for me, for one reason or another. Like, I don't blame anyone but myself for anything that happened. As far as that, obviously, it's not like, oh, I deserve something or anything like that. I just knew that, or know that I'm I'm gonna work hard at it no matter what. I think that's enough rendering with the red pencil. Maybe not. So I got into graphic design, and here I am about a decade later, if not more, and still, still, still grinding, still grinding. I applied to all the jobs. I did my best to put together a good resume. I did all the stuff. None of it ever worked out. So this is still me just doing my best to uh, this is me still pursuing my dreams, still, you know. Uh, so you may be wondering, like, hey, why are you what's that alarm going off? Why are you taking pictures? Why whatever. Um, that's all just gonna be for me to post later on. Um, like I said, I'm doing these videos so you can watch along, draw along if you wish. Um, you can, you know, who knows if you like the way I draw, you, you know, maybe this will, you know, teach you a thing or two. And I mean, what more could I hope for, really, you know? So if this ever helps anybody, you know, mission accomplished. And by now you're noticing I've switched up to a blue pencil now. This is just something that I'm trying. You know, I was always interested in the, the 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 blue pencils. They always look cool when I was a kid growing up, and I was like, man, where you get a blue pencil from? That's not a colored pencil, and I don't even know what it is technically. It's like some they say it's like something for like when you scan it in or something. Like the blue doesn't get picked up by the scanner or reader, which isn't the case. I mean, I scan these. I've had blue pens for a while now, or blue pencils for a while now, and scanners pick them up. So I'm guessing it's like when you try to play with the levels after, like, you know, comic book art, after you pencil it in and then you ink it, you ink over the pencils, and then I guess like you can play with the levels digitally, and the blue will drop out um, a lot more than the inks will, obviously. And maybe that's what it was for. I never really looked into it. Either way, I mean, it's a colorful pencil. Without actually being a colored pencil, I could still take the eraser to it if I needed to. Um, but either way, I'd seen this one artist's sketchbook, and he had all red pencils, and then he'd go over it in blue, and that's all he had was like red and blue in his entire sketchbook. It was one of the best sketchbooks I've ever seen. I'll probably be talking about that guy later. Again, this is just a test video, so I could just be barking to the air right now. So yeah, I mean the switch up is just technically just because I think it's cool. uh, that's about it. I kind of meticulously planned it out to be go from red to blue just because the red is lighter, so the blue will kind of read more like shades and shadows. And then even after the blue, I'll go to a regular pencil. You see, I work with a 5 millimeter. See if I can bring that up. 5 millimeter. Uh, I've just always been into these 5 millimeter pens. Not the sevens. Always the fives. Something about always being to get in all the detail that I wanted. I was always attracted to. But then I also get frustrated at the fact that if I do want to have one broad stroke, um, that it uh, just you just can't do it. You can't do it with these pencils. You know, you have to go over a line like 1,000 times to make it good, and then you end up like tearing into paper and things. I'm probably already doing that here. Not so much yet. Again, just trying to control my pencil. Oh man, so what was I talking about? Oh, videos, switching up the colors. Oh, why I'm taking those pictures. Yeah, so those are just to be posted later on. You know, I got to get better at the all this social media stuff, but yeah, this is just a document. Like you guys get to watch along and see it live. Um, but for those who don't, and obviously this is just a test, so obviously nobody knows about this video yet. I think I literally have nobody watching right now. Yep. Chat's looking mighty empty right now. uh, so yeah, I just take those pictures so that way I'll post them later on, and then people can actually see the steps taken along the way, so they could see the progress as it happened. So even though they're not here right now to enjoy all this, maybe maybe next time they will be. So that's all that is. That's the only reason why I'm taking those pictures. Um, It's also why I knew this drawing was going to be 90 minutes before I even started. That's what I set out to do. This is meant to just see what I can do in 90 minutes on a 3 by 3 inch square drawing. I'm doing a lot more than I thought I would, honestly. Uh, did I capture that? Did that one get got? Yes, it did. Yes, I've only done this process that I'm doing right now as far as like the 3 color pencils and then um uh and timing it out and taking progress pictures. This is all new to me. Um some that I knew I should have been doing a long time ago and I just didn't have the means to do it, or maybe just not even like the will to do it or something, who knows. But doing it now, making up for it, right? Make up for the lost time. So yeah, it's a little rough trying to figure all this out. So yeah, maybe since I'm doing more than I thought I would, I mean, obviously I'm gonna keep this my first initial attempt to just pencils. But I also illustrate with watercolors and inks, markers, acrylics. I don't know if I'll be doing any acrylic painting in my actual sketchbook here, but or painting in general. But I have like inked used inks and markers in my sketchbooks in the past. So maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll just stick to pencils just because it's a good dry medium. My bad. I'm just listening to Samuel Jackson kill it. His Ninja Ninja. Yeah, and all that. Oh, that man's stupid. Yeah, you can tell how quiet I'm getting. I'm super focused. Why am I so focused? Man, I was shooting for a 90-minute video for this one. I mean, like I said, I didn't know this is all new to me. I'm not, uh, I wasn't sure what I could do. So I said, you know what? Let me draw out a 3-inch square. I'll start with that, and I'll do a 90-minute video, and I'll see what I can do. Uh, but man, I'm doing a lot more than I thought I'd like. Just in my head, I thought I would. Um, maybe 3 by 3 is too small. Maybe I need to make adjustments. Like I want to do like hour-long drawings, 30-minute drawings, 90-minute drawings, to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all the way to like 8-hour drawings. Just at the moment, I can't afford to do that, and right now I'm in the middle of taking a break of setting up my website because I have a laptop that I don't want to like kill and overheat. I've had computer crashes in the past, and I'm learning to just how valuable and important having a computer is, especially if you're doing like digital art like me, or if you're trying to promote yourself online like me. Computers are pretty important, especially if you're like using Adobe and all that other stuff, Photoshop, Illustrator, all that good stuff. So, so yeah, I'm getting a whole lot more done than I thought I would. So maybe these like as I'm playing this out, I'm gonna learn along the way, and this is obviously. Well, let me think. If this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If that's five pictures that I've taken so far, and I've gotten this far into it, I mean, maybe these little 3-inch squares that I'm working on or plan on working on. Maybe I can reserve those for like a 30-minute drawing rather than 90 minutes, because obviously 90 minutes is a long time. I just had 90 minutes to kill, so I say, you know what? Let me just do a 90-minute video real quick. Let me test out my Twitch channel, make sure all the recording's good. I'm not really seeing the any audio feedback right now, so I don't know like if my microphone is working or anything like that. But yeah, so if this is five, it's been 45 minutes that I've done something like this. So yeah, I could probably do, maybe not a sketch as detailed as this, but just a drawing in general. Just, I mean, that's the whole point of this, is just to get some illustration out there, just to get some content out there, to get something done at all. And I know that the minimum that I'm willing to shoot for is a 30-minute drawing, but I was like, man, what could I really draw in 30 minutes? And it turns out, I could do something. I mean, I could bust something out that's like you know. If I do say so myself, which I'm sure I am. Okay. So yeah, I probably could have just tested, like busted out, 3 of these in the time, in the 90 minutes that I had allotted. But hey man, I'm shooting for 90. I'm gonna do 90. Let's just see what I do in 90 minutes with I mean, it's good to know that I can do a lot, because now it's like, okay, those 30-minute ones, I thought they were going to be like cheap, or maybe I was just like shooting for too much, or maybe it was a little bit too much wishful thinking. But now it's like, no, you know what? If I can actually do something decent, and decent, not perfect, but decent in 30 minutes, man, those 30-minute ones, I really need those. I mean, in order to build, just to build enough video content. That's all, hopefully I can build towards, I mean, almost doing exclusively like 8-hour pieces. I would love to do that. I'm setting up a Patreon, and I'm putting out uh like deals on Patreon and things like that. And currently the way it's looking is I do have like a deal that would take like 16 hours to of like production time. And I was just like, man, what is 16 hours gonna look like? Because I would have to break that up into at least 2 days, maybe even like 4 4-hour videos, things like that. And I wasn't sure what that was gonna be like. But man, if I could put together like decent quick things for in 30 minutes, an 8-hour day, like a 4-hour strain, uh, I mean, it definitely all seems feasible now. Uh, so yeah, I mean, this is good. This is what I came here to do. I came here to learn. I'm gonna like post this. Like I'm sure it's like live recording now. Even ain't nobody watching this right now. Uh, I'll post it, and then if the video like works and it goes through, and then I could share it. Like holy shit, this is gonna be. This is gonna work out. I love it when a plan works out. Straight up, like. hell yeah. Because I mean, with a 16-hour piece of work, I mean, I could definitely throw down the pencils, the watercolors, the inks, the markers. I also airbrush, and I have that whole thing. It's not like set up currently, but I have it. I have my equipment. Um, so yeah, that'd be super dope if I can capture airbrushing on top of everything. I was watching a video recently on YouTube. Uh, this channel, it's called Archipel, Archipel, I believe is how it's spelled. It's like this dude goes around shooting documentaries about a whole bunch of Japanese artists, and it's in Japanese. So if you don't like subtitles, maybe stay away. But all right, I mean, I think I'm good on the blue, right? Like this looks pretty well rendered out, don't you think? So far, man, she got a big jaw. uh, why I made that bottom lip go like that, man? Why I did this girl like that? Oh well. So yeah, when I was putting together all the Patreon packages, it's not out yet. I'm trying to do the website and the Patreon and this Twitch channel even. Uh, like kind of all together. Um, and now that 2020 is finally over with, thank God. Um, and we're into 2021 now. I mean, what is it? The third, I believe. I think it's January 3rd today. Um, I should probably know that, shouldn't I? Hey, it is. Look at that, man. Come on, man. Look at me on my big brain, knowing all the days and stuff that it is. So, oh, there we go. Okay. Oh yeah, see, man. See, the pencil just is so good, man. So what is that? Six now? Is that six now? Let me see. One, two, three, four, five, six. Okay, so I got seven, eight, nine left. Seven, eight, nine. So I got three more pictures left. I mean, maybe I'll be able to get some inks. Oh shit. I mean, hell yeah, I should ink this, right? Talking all that shit. Oh, I can get so much done. And I don't even ink a motherfucker. Be like, man, well, you ain't gonna get shit done. So yeah, let me do this because that's the other part about rendering things out with this 3-color style is like it does give a little bit more to the render. It is a little bit more aesthetically pleasing. And definitely a little bit more interesting. Let's see what I'm trying to do here. There we go. Hell yeah. See, the thing about the red pencil and the blue pencil, you don't get as much range. You don't get as much like values in the shades as you do with your standard pencil. I've always like as much as I like and love the 5 millimeter. It's definitely my uh, what do you call it, like tool of choice or whatever. For sure, it's my tool of choice. I do recognize the value in using like a regular pencil. Man, when I pick up a regular pencil, it just feels so different. So it reminds me of like when I was a kid drawing. Um, Obviously, when I was a kid, I didn't have as much knowledge or practice or time in illustrating as I do now. But um, but yeah, I mean the values that you get out of it, the fact that you have like this is this mad super sharp pointed edge, and it never softens, it never whatever. Like that's what I like about it because I like to be able to get like all the details in, like these little strands of hair. Like I could just draw them in whenever I want. I could just like there goes one, there goes another one. Like I could just throw that in whenever I want. I don't have to worry about, oh, is the pencil sharp enough? Is like am I okay? Look at that, the paper's already starting to warp. That's what I get for trying to do a 90-minute on these things, man. I'm gonna leave these 3x3 frames for like 30-minute drawings, and I'm just glad that I learned that now. Look at that, the paper's starting to warp. Can you see that on the video? Oh, sweet. I got Supreme Boosted. What up? I'm just now checking this out. Um, nah. How often do I stream? This is my first stream, man. This is stream number one. Um, I talked earlier on here how I used to, I guess not stream, but I used to record myself on YouTube and post on YouTube back in like 2013. I used to have a computer and I could do that, and it my computer crashed, and then it took like 7 years, and now I got a laptop again, and so now I'm finally getting back into the digital game where I stepped out, and basically this is my first stream in a long time. I don't even know if you can count those anymore, but go to G Mr. Drew on YouTube. You could see all my old stuff and some old when I was working in like conventions and doing sketch cards and things like that. I got some okay stuff on there, some decent things. I didn't do it for too long because my computer crashed like not too long after I started. Um, so yeah, but yeah, this is stream numero uno, man. So thanks for joining. How often? Forgive me, cause I'm down here and I'm stream or I'm streaming from above my head, so I got to sit up in the chair every now and then to see your question. So if I miss them, forgive me. I plan on streaming. I'd love to do it every day, honestly. I just may be able to do that. That'd be the goal. Stream every single day, even if it's like short 30-minute streams. I still want to be able to get that in, but I mean, obviously, I'm gonna want to do uh, like longer streams, like the 4 hour streams that I was talking about earlier. Uh, or working on a single piece for up to 16 hours. So I imagine I'd probably have to break that down into like 4 hour videos. So it'd be a total of 16 hours altogether. Um, in the beginning of this stream, I was talking about how I wanted to bring these up to YouTube. And, obviously the videos would probably be broken up here on Twitch, but I'd love to be able to edit them and put them together and then drop it all onto YouTube. So that way it's like, same but different. Just because the videos would all be compiled together. Let me see what else we got. What style of drawing do I do? I mean, right now this is just straight up illustration. So I've done so much. I mean, go to G Mr. Drew on Instagram. Uh, you'll notice like the latest posts are gonna be a bunch of workout stuff that I do. That's just another avenue. I'm into fitness and all that other stuff, so you'll see that first and foremost. But you scroll back, you won't have to go too far before you see the type of stuff that I do. It's all animation background, uh, comic book stuff, convention stuff, fan art stuff of like animated cartoons. Uh, so yeah, I mean, I have a degree in animation. Oh, there we go. There we go. Oh, look at that. I got the square on the face. I love it when that happens, man. When I draw something and then the camera picks up like a face in the picture. I'm like, hell no. Hey, kind of, that's like when the robots start giving compliments, man. I love that shit. When the robots and the computers, when they take over, they're gonna be like, nah, but he could draw though. uh, so yeah, I mean, what I'm doing right now is just like a face study. I have this book is just a bunch of faces from a bunch of different people, different races, different ages, different genders, um, all from different emote. They all emote differently, and uh, it's just good reference for anybody trying to do what I do, or do what I'm doing, which is just study, get better at drawing people, portraits, getting better at anatomy. I'm going over old anatomy stuff and just actually drawing along with the book rather than just reading it, studying it. Um, so yeah, that's what was that? Was that picture number 7 that I just took? So I think I still have 2 more. Because by the time I get to the inks, I mean, this thing is so rendered out. It's ridiculous. I'm warping the paper. But, yeah. By the time I get to the inks, it's going to be so quick. So, yeah, it's Supreme Boosted. That's your name, right? Yeah. Oh, you got another one? if you ever been to like a comic book convention, you ever visit like Artist Alley, I'm just another one of them. That's all I am. You know, if you go to those, you'll see like a bunch of different artists all doing same but different stuff. Uh, I'm just another one of those. So this what I'm doing right now is just for for the sake of the video and for the sake of getting better at rendering and studying things. Get lighting, getting these areas of the skull down. You know all the breakdowns, like just getting better at everything. Head, hands. Um, I believe all this stuff is from an Andrew Loomis book. Uh, I got all his books, so I'm gonna go through them one by one. I mean, this is a brand new sketchbook for me, so I mean, I'm gonna be at this for a while and breaking down the books slowly. I mean, not I don't think for any educational reasons. Basically, it's for me. So I don't know if I'm gonna be drawing along with the book and doing videos like this with that, but I mean, maybe. I never really thought about that. All right. But yeah, the style that I draw in, I mean, I like to draw like fantastic shit, man. Like dragons, monsters, hot chicks, like typical artist stuff. Comic book style animations. I'm working on my own uh, animation at the moment. I'm still just creating the characters and all that stuff, so I haven't really put out any of that content yet. I imagine it'll probably be a long time before I'm actually like putting out any animation, just because, like I said, I'm doing all this stuff right now. Okay, I mean, I think that's enough for pencils. I still got a few, like maybe 15 minutes left on this drawing that I promised myself. So I might just break out the inks right now. Look at the jaw on this girl. God damn. Come on, man. What'd I do to this poor girl? That girl all up or bottom lip right now. Let me grab some inks. I wasn't planning on inking, but apparently 90 minutes on a 3 by 3 inch drawing, like I said, is I'm just now starting this, so I didn't know what to expect. And now it's like, oh, okay. I could have either did a bigger drawing in 90-minute span, or I could have just did this drawing in less time. But it's a test video. We here to learn, right? Okay. So small, medium. Which one is this? Oh, it's that one. All right. I guess I could work with these. Work with these for now. Just for the sake of the video. Okay. Wait, where my brush at, man? Honestly, I wanna get that brush. Brush, where are you? Oh, let's see. No, not you. Oh well, I can't find my brushes right now. So this medium is all I got. It's the biggest ink that I have for right now, so I'll just use that for this picture. just to get the heavy parts in. So yeah, thanks, Supreme Boosted. You are officially my first viewer. I don't even know if you're still there right now, honestly. Um, but yeah, thanks for stopping by, man, on my first stream. You know, I kind of got on this Twitch thing just earlier this year, and I was like, oh, maybe this is something I could do art on. And then come to find out, I was like, oh no, they have a whole community of people that already had that idea and are already doing it, and there's a whole art section on here already. So I'm like, oh, you know, I'm such a smart guy. And the only reason why I got on Twitch was because I started following this one dude on YouTube back earlier in 2020, so not even a year ago, when Final Fantasy VII Remake came out. Oh, here we go. So that's picture 8. So the next picture I take, I believe that's picture 8. Let me double check this. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7, 8. Yeah. All right. So yeah, next picture I take will be the last for this picture. And see what I mean about wishing I had a brush right now, like a thicker ink. All this stuff it's a bit too liney. I mean, it's hair, so it's working out okay. But man, a brush would have covered a lot more ground in a lot less time. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Oh, so like I was saying about the starting on Twitch and all that. yeah, I mean, I knew Twitch was a thing, but I was like, oh, it's for gamers, and I stopped playing video games a long time ago, and yada yada. So it just wasn't on my radar like that. And then, you know, Final Fantasy was such a big game when I was a kid growing up. So when the remake was announced and you know the whole story with Final Fantasy VII. Even if you don't, I mean, there's a whole story behind it. But the game was finally coming out, and I started watching these guys on YouTube who play video games, and then so I started getting what are those things that they do when they like YouTube says like, hey, watch this channel, or you might be interested in that. Like it offered me this guy, Maximilian dude. It offered me to watch him, and you know, this is back when Final Fantasy VII was coming out, and I was just like, all right, I'll watch this dude. All right, let me see. I think that's enough with this one. I was like, all right, I'll watch this guy. Like, let's see what he got. And apparently, it was probably one of the best, my opinion, one of the best decisions to watch him. Because the way that this guy loves Final Fantasy VII, and to like watch him enjoy the game the way that he did, and for that to be my introduction to his channel, I mean, I was just like, okay. So I started watching him on YouTube, and then eventually I started watching him on Twitch. And that's when I finally, finally got the my Twitch account up. And that's when the whole streaming on Twitch idea like really started to kick in. But that was, 9 months ago. I don't even think I had my laptop back then. So, this has all been like a slow build, a slow recovery process from my computer crashed 7 years ago. This is a long time in the making to be able to do this. So, I mean, I know I probably sound pretty monotone right now, but I'm through the roof to be able to be doing this right now. I'm glad you're here, man. I'm glad. I don't even, I don't even know if you're still there, but I mean, anybody who's watching this, I mean, thank you. I hope you're getting something out of it. Okay. So that was the medium and the small. And now I got 3 minutes left. And going to my extra small. I'm such a big fan of the 5mm pencil. This extra small brush pen is like, I mean, this is what I love right here, man. To be able to get all the details and things like that, and be able to control the shading. Just like how I was saying, like, oh man, I wish I had a brush to be quicker. The good thing about these smaller size brushes and everything like that is like, you can mess up, and I mean, but the mistake can be so minor, it can be fixed. Oh yeah, and then I saw what's his face, um, Alvin Lee. I saw he had a channel on here, and I was like, oh hell no! So you could really be an artist. You could really be like drawing on Twitch, and and then that just like pushed me to like really believe, okay, there's something here. Like I could do this. So I hope to be on here every day. Starting today, not necessarily. This is, like I said, this is just a test run. So now that I know that it works and that it's possible, like okay, not I got the motivation that I need. Um, but I still have to put the website up. I still have to uh, get enough of these pictures going in order to share and promote myself. Okay. But yeah, 2021 for sure. I'll be uh I'll be building to do this every single day. I'm doing this midday. I'm Eastern time. Chances are I'll probably be doing it at night most of the time because during the day I'll be working and doing stuff. So once I get a schedule and all that other stuff figured out, there we go. It's that's 90 minutes right there. So I mean I don't even know where to sign this thing. It's been so long since I've actually drawn something to sign. And what's today's date? It's January 3rd, 21. All right. Recognizing the face. Whew. All right. Well, that was it. Time's up. I got to get back to working on my website. So Supreme Boosted. Love the name, by the way. whether whether it's the Supreme or the boosted part, still. Yeah, let me give y'all the close up. So this was 90 minutes. I kind of like just tested, and this was kind of lazy. Man, goddamn, I threw a bottom lip on this girl. Goddamn. Should probably not do that next time. Like I said, I'm gonna get better. It's been a while since I've actually drawn something official. But yeah, 90 minutes, pencils and ink. I'll get better. I'll get better at this. Uh, and yeah, until next time, man. Thank you. Y'all have a good one. Test end.